cooking video real quick. Um, I find that the steaks, I used to do a lot of grilling outside on the charcoal grill, but especially during the winter, but even outside of winter, I have found that the reverse sear in the oven and then seared at the end in a skillet in the house is it's just the best tasty steak, no matter what steak is. Now, I always go for prime. Uh, we happen to have a place across the street's got prime, and they hold the meat for 30 days from the package date, so it gives it 30 days of wet age in the package, and that's how they're selling their prime, and it makes a huge difference. If you go to some of the higher volume places, a lot of times it's coming in, going out, and they're not able to do that. So it is one of the things. Some of the smaller markets with the butchers, little technique, it does make a difference. I would describe it as pretty consistent normally from this place, and you can usually get a pretty buttery texture with the reverse sear method. So today we're doing prime tenderloins. I had them cut them 2-inch thick. They're huge. Looks like it's right at a. I don't have my glasses on here. Easily 1.5 pounds altogether with two of them. Basically, what I do is I always cook these at 275 in the oven. Bake, just regular bake, not convection bake. Just your basic rack, no spray. And I have my famous seasoning, which I'll put. It needs to be made. It looks like I'm running low here. I'll put this in the description. But this is it started as an Outback seasoning copycat recipe, but I've added my own little twist to it. Anyway, so it's good not to go too heavy on that. Nice light seasoning, but everybody normally likes it, and not too salty as long as you don't go too heavy. If you go heavy on it, it's gonna be salty. But basically, for reverse sear like this, 275 on a normal cut of meat. These are, like I say, 2 inches. I will go on these. I will go 35 minutes at 275 in the oven, and then typically I'll go 2 minutes aside on a hot sear in a skillet with a little bit of butter and some fresh garlic, or minced garlic, and that normally comes out perfect. When it's a smaller cut, typically just your regular size steak, you'd go 20 minutes at 275 and then 2 minutes aside. I may need 2.5 to 3 minutes aside on these. We like it medium rare, and we don't like to overdo it, so I kind of go with caution of, my sear. But it's actually maybe 3 minutes aside. These are pretty thick. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to stop here, get it prepped, and then we'll cook it, and I'll show you the results as we cut into it. Yeah, the other thing we always do, of course, is make sure I always put it out for a couple hours before I'm going to cook it, get it up to room temperature, and that really does make a difference for, I guess, better evenness in the cooking process. Just for some scale, you can kind of get an idea just how thick these are. They are 2-inch bad boys, so going to be tasty. To go along with a good steak, you got to have a good side. Sometimes the Brussels sprouts, just done in a skillet, saute with butter, minced garlic, plenty of seasonings, salt, pepper's good. That, when you get them all charred up nice, that's real good if you like that kind of thing. Another one is the lima bean. So I'm going to show you. These are the deluxe tiny lima beans, although they're not tiny. I mean, they're a little smaller than the regular size, I guess. But this is something, basically get the water boiling. You want to probably have these simmering for 45 minutes because it'll get them really soft. Use a whole stick of butter and a couple of tablespoons of minced garlic. And the secret ingredient is Cavender's Greek seasoning. Don't go lightly on this either. But all that, really, it creates a lima bean kind of soup. And course, the salt content in the Cavenders is there, and it's just really tasty. But we serve these up in ramekins and do this frequently with our steak meals. It's just a really nice add-on for that. A lot of times we'll do sweet potato, but tonight I think we're just had a late lunch, so we're just going to do the steak, the beans, and a little salad. So we'll show you the finished product here shortly. All right, so the tenderloin's been in for 35 minutes, and you can tell they're still very much needing to be cooked. But I think we'll go with a 3-minute sear per side. What are you doing over there?
Making Josh Lumley's favorite graham cracker crack.
And what's in graham cracker crap?
Cracker crack.
Say that 3 times.
It's graham crackers lined on a cookie sheet, and then you pour brown sugar and butter melted on top, bake it, and then you put chocolate chips and Heath Bar toffee pieces on top.
And then you can't just eat one.
No, then you have to eat the whole tray.
Here's our cat, Slinky. All right, so the lima beans simmering nicely. Sherry's all excited. She loves her lima beans. We got the skillet heating up, just some butter. I've done this with oil, but it doesn't have as good a flavor, so I always go for the butter. It's gonna make a mess. It's gonna get hot. All right, we're going 3 minutes aside. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. And we got our Caesar salad too. Yep. Searing away in the butter. All right. I think 3 minutes aside is going to be perfect for these. Notice how big they get when they relax. These are huge tenderloins. Sherry will eat about a quarter of one of these. I'll probably do the whole thing. So what's the best thing about tomorrow?
I guess seeing what your pig looks like when you pull off the stuff.
Yeah, whole suckling pig tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. I'll make a video. All right, the meat's been resting. Looks perfect. A little bit of blood. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, it's perfect for medium rare. Buttery. It's gonna be awesome.